Yo, welcome back to the channel, and in this video I'm going to be fixing and mixing a track from my subscriber. So this is going to be a really special video. I haven't done anything like that on my channel. So this is the first part of the video. We're going to be focusing solely on the kick and the bass. I'm going to be making that nice, punchy and tight low-end, tech house low-end basically. So let's have a look at the project, how it sounds before the mixing and how it sounds after I did some of the processing that you will see in this video. So let's listen to the raw sound. So it has a cool idea. I like the sub, I like the kick as well. The only problem here that I see is the click is too, it's too harsh, it's too aggressive. And the difference in terms of the loudness between the kick and the bass is it's a bit too much. So we need to make it a little bit tighter, compress it a little bit, just glue the whole thing together. And now let's listen to the version that I did. It's a little bit different because I didn't do the click, but overall the balance of the kick and the bass I think is just so good. I tested out on different systems and I'll show you how to do that. I like this version a lot. It's really nice, it's really punchy, it's tight, and the low end is controlled really well. The kick has that classic, thumpy, punchy, in the mid type of sound for a tech house kick. And for those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Vlad, and I create superstar music producers. If you're interested in coaching, you want to work with me on your music, and you want to start releasing, you want to get your tracks fixed like I did with this one, there's a link down below. Let's have a chat. You can book a call and I will see how I can help you with your music in 2024. Okay, and without further talking, let's get started with the tutorial. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do is let's have a listen to the track, how it sounds before I do any changes. And then after that, I just start cleaning everything up. I'll start mixing, grouping stuff and so on. So I think we could take this section. So we have the bass here. Yeah, this could work. Okay, let's start from here. So I would have to rebuild the balance completely. So to do that, we're gonna start really slow actually. So we're gonna take the bass and we're gonna put it into the group and call it low group. That's usually how I do it. And we're gonna start mixing the whole track from here basically, right? So yeah, let me see. I'm gonna take out all the processing, everything, and do everything from scratch. And there's a big reason behind that. Sometimes when I work with projects, I see that people put a lot of processing on the sound. Yeah, and because of that, for me, it would be better to show you how to achieve good sounds with just a bit of processing, right? So that's my main goal. So I just want to listen to the kick and the bass. Let me take everything out here. I might replace the kick, by the way, so we're gonna have to check it. It's not really changing that much. Not the biggest fan of this kick, but maybe it works. I don't know. We'll see that. Okay, that's gonna be our starting point. Let's clean the master channel, and we're gonna start with the kick. So I want my kick to peak around -6. So on the oh wait, don't forget to check the group here as well. Yeah, so we are roughly peaking at -14, which it gives us a lot of headroom, to play with, right? The next thing is going to be the sub bass. So the sub bass, it is Okay, let me check. Let me check. It's a nice one. I like it. Okay, let's start with that. So let's do one subtle change. There's one thing if you're using loops. If you're using loops and you're not using the repitch, it changes the character of the bassline a little bit. So I would try, maybe it's not gonna work, but I just want to try it. So change the 126 here. Let's see if that sounds good. Okay, so we can do repitch like this. Yeah. Because depending on the algorithm here, like for the warping, it may change the bass a little bit. Or maybe wait, because if I change the whole thing here, no wait, the rest is not changed. Like it's not like something really critical, but I would try to keep the bass line in the original pitch on how it sounds, right? So from now on, we're gonna start testing that. Let's do real phones, and I'm gonna do Music Studio. Okay, the kick is okay. I'm not really a big fan of the click. I think it's a little bit too harsh. But just keep the sub. Okay, that's gonna be our starting point. It seems like it has a bit of sidechain actually, but I want to put a bit more, like as an additional one. So let's do like this. It may be a little bit shorter, by the way, because seems like we already have the sidechain here. Do a little bit of smooth. Yeah, let's say it's going to be something like that. Okay, the next thing is going to be 120 on the master channel. Yeah, we definitely need to... Like, the bass is okay in terms of the level. We just have to compress it a little bit, maybe limit, use saturation, you know, because it's not like loud enough compared to the kick. Okay, the next thing that we're gonna do is gonna be a little ninja trick. So if you click on the analyzer, we can now see the, yeah, so this is the conflicting frequency. So what we can do here is we can do like this. Okay, same thing we could do on the, yeah, you see, so this is a really problematic part of it, of the kick. So I would reduce this part to compensate a little bit for that. You can already hear that it sounds a little bit better. Just a bit, that's it. Let's bend the key here so I could use my keyboard to switch this thing on and off. Yeah, so much better, much better. And we didn't do a lot. Like I just did the balance. I think I would have to split the video into a couple of parts actually. Okay, that's the starting point. I don't really want to do anything with the bass at this point. I mean, in terms of the EQ, I don't feel like it needs a lot. Maybe for the kick, we do just a little cut here. Let me try boosting that just to see if that's changes. Like for now, I'll just skip that. Not really important. Okay, now we're gonna do some magic, which is gonna be a bit of saturation. So we're gonna start slow. Clean tape. Make the kick a little bit shorter, just like a bit. At least for now. Oh, I can see the kick is transposed. Let me try it. We don't need to transpose it in this case. I don't feel like it's really necessary. Especially if you go like -2. Or maybe it sounds better. Let me just double check. I'm usually not doing that, but sometimes it can be good to transpose the kick. Okay, we can play with that. We can play with that. I'll just leave it the way it is. It's okay. So you can see if I do a lot of saturation to the signal, it doesn't really sound that good. So just make the bass a little bit fatter. Let's do okay, so that's the original one. I'm just trying to find the algorithm that would, accentuate and make the bass sound. I can do like this. Add a bit of dynamics to the sound. Yeah, so take a look at the channel. So we are peaking roughly, actually exactly at -24, right? You can see that we just saved ourselves a bit of headroom. But that's just the first step, really. The next one is going to be a bit of compression. Like, we can still play with the algorithm. It is not something really critical, I would say. Let's leave it the way it is. It's already pretty good, like it's a good start. Let's do the hi-hats, just so we have a bit of rhythm and something. Not really liking the... Let's do like this. Repitch would be nicer. Let's get rid of the processing. and start everything from scratch here. I'm not going to mix the drums in this session. I think I would have to split it into multiple videos just so it's easier to consume. Wait. It might have shifted a little bit. I'll just copy the... copy like this because we changed the rhythm, like not the rhythm, excuse me, the tempo, just so it could fit the bass. Let's work with the kick a little bit more. So with the kick, it's now going to be interesting. So we're going to do... I usually like splitting my kick into a couple of bands. Like multi-band saturation, multi-band processing is such an overpowered thing. It's just absolutely love it. So what we're gonna do now, it sounds weird, I know. I think I just found it. Now we're gonna mix that. Let's do about 50. Okay, that's cool. I think the dynamics I'm not going to touch, at least for now. Oh, warm tape is good. Reduce the bass a bit. Here, let's do... have a really weird sound in my right ear. Let's take the... Yeah, let's do like this. Sounds a little bit better. Yeah, so you can see now the kick. I'm gonna show you why I'm doing this. Take a look at the levels. So it is -18 without the saturation here. You can see it's like too muddy, too low. It has a nice, like it has a bit of this like signature tech housey kind of. It's nice and punchy, right? Also pay attention to how it feels here. And we didn't do any compression yet. With the compression, the magic is gonna happen. Okay, so let's have a really nice compressor that I just got lately. I absolutely love it. So let's do, you can use any compressor. I like a fat filter. It is also really nice. This compressor, it is a bit more like flexible. It has, compared to fat filter, it just has more modes for, you can see so much stuff here. It's basically just go-to compressor, like for everything right now. I use it all the time and just so good, like so good. So let's start compressing the whole thing. Okay, let's find a cool, I think I like this one. So I want to specifically address this little section. You can see it affects around here. Let's make it a bit tighter. Let's also look at the levels. This is also pretty important. I want to do auto release here. We also have auto makeup gain. That's cool. I think I want to go a little bit more into pump. And let's also try different algorithms, because quite often you want to try those because that's going to give you different character. Oh, this one is cool. Interesting. Let's do about 30 here. Okay, we can also just try a bunch of them. Nah, this one I'm not liking. Can you try tight? Pretty good. You can see how different those compressors are, really. This is super important to understand if you want to get good at mixing stuff. So I like the black one. I think the black fit is the one that gives the most like punch for the kick. Yeah, I would stop at 12. Yeah, you see like the kick has now become really nice, really tight. And we can control the amount of compression. You can also check without the side chain here. Really different, right? It's a really powerful tool. I would try something like yeah, okay, that's good. Let's test on pretty nice, pretty balanced. Again, there's so many ways how you can mix stuff and how it should sound. I'm just mixing how I like it. Yeah, on this one it's really nice. Like the low end is cool. Ooh. And in headphones, it doesn't feel the same way. This is really important to understand as well. Such a nice bass line kick. Okay, let's take care of the... I think I would make it a little bit tighter. Really tight here. That's it. Then for the kick we are done. As the first step. Okay, now we need to take care of the bass. So this is going to be a good... Let's work with the bass a little bit here. So same compressor. You can use any compressor that you like, really. So with the bass, I really like the vintage ones. Those are really cool. So you can see, depending on the settings, you will have different parameters. So for example, I cannot control the ratio, which, you know, in some cases it is okay. Okay, again, for the bass line, let's do the sidechain here. I just want to control the bass, really, so we can see, yeah, it's about 50, 60. Start compressing. Oh, and you cannot choose the tag as well. So this is basically LA2A compressor. I like it. So actually, let's do it in a bit different way. First, I would start with a faster compressor before we touch the second one, because that's also important. Let me try. What kind of compressors could we do? I want to try something vintage, something like something fat. Okay, cool. Start with a long attack, auto release. I like the studio for the bass. I like this one preset a lot. Let's go a little bit hard on the bass. Not really liking that vintage tube. You can hear how those modes are different, and that's so important to understand. Let's do without. I mean, maybe the bass is... Let's try... I like the red one. Not really sure which one to pick here. This one has a really nice character. try it. Now, you know what? I think like vintage tube is a little bit too much, but a virtual MU. Round. Pretty nice, right? Yeah, here let's just choose something in between. Yeah, I think this is going to be the sweet spot. The next thing that I want to do to my bassline is to use another compressor. So in this case, it's going to be a vintage one. And we're going to compress the dry wet at I think around like 23 or something like that. Okay, now we can do with and without so you can see the difference. I think 25 is going to be good. Let's deal without the processing here. Okay, one more thing that I want to do is going to be, I want to compress this section a little bit more on the bass. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect as you're going to be testing the mix on different systems, but I want to get it close to being really good. Pretty good. Okay, I think that's gonna be almost it actually. What's this one? Not really sure where we have this bass line. Maybe it's just the clap here, right? So okay, I'm just gonna have, I can delete it, like maybe just mute it. It's okay. It's a bass. Yeah, so you can play a little bit with compressors. Maybe with this one we can do like 50. just see what works, but I like this quite a lot. Okay, so before we end, let's do a bit of group processing on those. Let's do. Pretty nice, you know, it's pretty tight, I like it. Cool, okay, so let's do a bit of group processing, and I'm gonna wrap up with the first video for these series. Oh wait, I think there's one thing with the kick I'm not really super happy with. It's gonna be the sub of the kick. Let's do like this. Compress it like more heavy. Something like that. We just don't need as much. I'll start like this, you know, because we're still going to be compressing on the... You know, it's nice and tight. Again, it's just the starting point. It's not how like I would do the whole mix, obviously, because I would have to test, but it's pretty cool. Like, I like the sound a lot. Okay, so let's shape it a little bit more with some group processing. Again, I'm gonna split my I'm trying to find a spot for the band where it's seamless. Yeah. Let's work with that a little bit. Warm it up a little bit. Yeah, you can see that with the warm tape, it gives a bit more sub. Do we really need it? That's a good question, but I would start with... add a bit of dynamics to the sound. I want to sidechain the kick. same with the dynamics. Wait, is this one? Ah, it's the drive. Okay, so that's the right one. Let me just double check that I didn't mess up anything. Yeah, that's almost it. Let's double check the loudness, and that's going to be it for the low end. It's nice and tight. The bass is sticking out of the mix a little bit, but it's not really that big of a deal for now. We can try a bit longer attack here. Yeah, I think 15 seconds. And let's mix that, start with 35. Okay, and now, yeah, it took a bit of the lows, so here we can mix like 75, maybe 50. But actually, like in the club, you don't want to have a lot of dynamics in you. Sounds really nice. Almost it. Okay, cool. I think that's gonna be it for the tutorial. It's been a pretty long one. I didn't do a lot of EQ though, but for now that's gonna be it. It's enough to fix the track really. And also pay attention to how it translates to all the systems. Because the thing is, it cannot sound ideal, like perfect on all the systems, but it can sound good enough on sounds really good in the car, for example. The dynamics are really well controlled. Like there's some room to do with the bass still, but just check how it sounds. Oh, just check those controlled bass frequencies. It's just okay, maybe a little bit too much. Actually, no, I wouldn't say so. Yeah, I'm just gonna double check a little bit more. We can always boost the bass, right? It's not like that. I think it's enough. I think it's really enough. You can add the bass if you want. It should just sound balanced. That's the thing that took me. Oh, correction. Let's do full correction. Let's now do the car test. Really cool. Okay, and let's do before and after, and we're gonna wrap up the tutorial for today. I think we did quite a lot. So yeah, like it takes a lot of time to fix. Oh wait, we keep the E key. The difference is not. Oh wait, still have the processing on this one. Yeah, so that's before. And now with all the plugins, with the group processing and individual processing, this is the track. Well, I really like the character of the kick. Okay guys, so that's gonna be it for this tutorial. I hope you like it. I'll do more of these. Because I still have to fix the drums and the leads for the track, and maybe we'll do a bit of mastering. That's gonna be the first part. More parts are coming this week. Hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.